The following is a presentation of Girard Sports Live. It's time for Girard High School Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrix Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It's time for Girard Sports Live.
Good evening, Trojan fans, and welcome out to Holton Field here in Holton, Kansas, on a cold, blustery evening here for this sub-state 3A playoff matchup between the Girard Trojans and Holton High School. And alongside me tonight, back in action, Dale Shireman, Jess Murphy, and guys, it's cold. It's cold.
It's a little chilly tonight up here.
In case you haven't noticed, a little chilly. I'd say it's probably about 30 degrees roundabouts up here. Blustery wind out of the north. Classic night, old school night for football here in Holton. There you go. You can see us right now. We're equipped.
It's cold
for the tundra out here in Holton, Kansas. I think good shot there, Jess. Large contingent here tonight from Girard. Made it all the way up for the game. Brought the marching band as well. So these Trojans are ready for this matchup here against Holton, and a matchup of two undefeated teams. Looks like it's going to be a great game here tonight, Dale.
It's going to be a great game tonight. Great weather, great atmosphere. Furthest north that the Trojans have ever traveled. They traveled here once before, but we'll get into that later. But
much further, you'd be in Nebraska.
It's a few miles.
Yeah. Hey, we want to let you know that Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Don't get bit by slow speeds and high prices. Get gigabit, the fastest internet in Southeast Kansas with Crocan. To learn more, go to ruralfiber.org or see everything Crocan has to offer at ckt.net. We're going to take our first break here before we start the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. We'll come back, take a look at both of these teams, talk about some of the matchups going on across the state. Of course, everybody keeping their eye on that Frontenac game going on in Class 3A just down the road here, actually. Not too far away, so we'll talk about that one as well and set the stage for our opening kickoff here from Holton, Kansas. We'll take this break and we'll be back with the GN Bank pregame show. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Hey, Mama.
Now more than ever, Crocan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Crocan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas.
First one we're going to
Crocan.
talk about.
If you need to stay connected, you need Crocan.
First one we're going to talk about.
You need to stay connected, you need Crocan.
1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 28 29 30 31 32 33 34 35 36 37 38 39 40 41 42 43 44 45 46 47 48 49 50 51 52 53 54 55 56 57 58 59 60 61 62 63 64 65 66 67 68 69 70 71 72 73 74 75 76 77 78 79 80 81 82 83 84 85 86 87 88 89 90 91 92 93 94 95 96 97 98 99 100 101 102 103 104 105 106 107 108 109 110 111 112 113 114 115 116 117 118 119 120 121 122 123 124 125 126 127 128 129 130 131 1
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back out to Holton, Kansas. Getting set for this 3A semifinal sub-state matchup between the Girard Trojans and Holton High School. Both teams coming in undefeated in this matchup. We're getting started here with the GN Bank, or the Community National Bank and Trust pregame show. You think by the playoffs I get all this straightened out. It's nerves, and maybe frostbite. It's brought to you by Community National Bank and Trust, serving the area for over 30 years. Stop in soon to pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools. Learn more online at mybankcnb.com. And Dale, Trojans going to see the wishbone offense again. They've seen it once this year in district play against Caney, in the first round against Caney. But I have a feeling that Holton's going to be a lot more efficient running that wishbone than what we saw out of the Bullpups.
They are. They have a giant line, and they have two big running backs and two very quick, a quarterback and another up back that is very quick. So the Trojans will definitely have to come to the table on defense and step up.
Yeah, the signal caller for Holton, junior quarterback Matt Lears, 11 of 27 passing for the season. Just 276 yards, 6 touchdowns, no picks. He averages just 27 yards passing a game. But rushing, he's got 40 carries for 577 yards, 11 touchdowns, and he averages about 14.5 yards per carry. So you can tell exactly what Holton wants to do just by looking at those quarterback numbers.
Just the quarterback himself. But let me tell you, there's two special running backs behind him that are very big.
Yeah, junior running back Grayson Booth, he's number 13. He has 71 carries on the season, 812 yards, 9 touchdowns. He averages 11.4 yards per carry. So if you're a coach, you'll take that out of your running back. Last week against Perry Lecompton, he had 188 yards and 2 touchdowns. So definitely a productive back there. And, of course, the other side of that coin, if you're talking about the wishbone, the other tailback back there is number 10, junior running back Jaden Fletcher. 90 carries, 736 yards, 9 touchdowns, averaging just a paltry 8.2 yards per carry.
Just a paltry.
Yeah. And then finally, the third head of that three-headed rushing monster, Jace Boswell, 80 carries, 570 yards, 6 touchdowns, and he's just averaging 77 yards a carry, so hardly worth a mention.
That's going to be their bounce guy.
Right.
If they cannot pound it right up the middle, he is the bounce guy to get to the outside.
Now, we mentioned Holton coming into this game undefeated, but you look at some of the schools that they played on their schedule. You look at schools like Royal Valley, Jefferson West, Santa Fe Trail. These are all schools that have really kind of struggled this season, and Holton took care of them, and that could be where some of these gaudy statistics come from.
Right, and all they're doing is just pounding the ball away. Here we are. We don't do anything fancy. and this is what we're going to do. And if you can stop us, go ahead and try.
All right, that's a look at your matchup brought to you by Diskins Auto and Towing, 120 East Forest Avenue, downtown Girard. Diskins offers 24-hour towing and can repair all makes and models. To learn more, contact Diskins Auto and Towing at 620-724-8100. We'll step away for another quick break. When we come back, we'll take a look at the starting lineups and get our keys to the game as we inch closer to kickoff from here in Holton, Kansas. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings, leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
I think our computer's cold. And welcome back out to Holton, Kansas. Getting set for kickoff of tonight's Kansas Class 3A sub-state matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Holton Wildcats. I'm Josh Lettner, alongside me Dale Shireman and Jess Murphy. As we take a look there at the Trojan band, made the trip. All bundled up, hopefully. Everybody's probably rotating into the bus and back out onto the field. That's what I'd be doing.
You say your mouth might stick to the mouthpiece down
there.
Woo! Trumpet players, beware.
It's brisk out here, that's for sure. And on the way up, I noticed a lot of snow blowing across the highway. I'm like, oh, Kansas.
It is Kansas.
70 degrees 2 days ago. Now here we are, looking at frostbite of the nose out here on top of this press box in Holton, Kansas. And a unique facility here. Bleachers just on one side of the field. We're on the other side, kind of almost like a cliff, a drop-off about 8 feet down to the next level, and then about 20, 30 feet lower than that is the baseball diamond. I know you can't see it. It looks like we're just shooting off into the void there on the far side of the field. But that's the Elk Creek Valley down there, Dale. And,
Elk Creek Valley.
That's right. And kind of a unique facility here where they've taken advantage of the landscape and quite a home field advantage here for the Holton Wildcats. Kind of an old school facility, wooden bleachers, small press box, that sort of thing. Also, Trojans locker room was flooded when they got here, so they had to go down to the basketball locker room. So home field advantage in full effect here in Holton. So Dale, let's go ahead and take a look at some of these starting lineups for tonight's game. First off, for the Holton Wildcats.
All right, let's go ahead and get the offense for the Holton Wildcats. Number 10, Jaden Fletcher. Number 11, Matt Lertz. Number 13, Grayson Booth. Number 20, Jace Boswell. Number 21, Caden Jackson. Number 58, Caden Cantrell, number 64, Andrew Williams, number 65, Taylor Phillips, and 68, Daniel Hunt, along with 73, Dalton Roush, and number 88, Charlie
Gilland?
Gilland.
There we go.
Gilland.
Well, I didn't bring my glasses, so.
Well, when you get that age.
All right, and for the Girard Trojans.
For your Girard Trojans, let's get the defense on this one. Number 1, Ethan Merrill. Number 9, Gage Davenport. Number 12, Alex Kester. Excuse me as I sniff. Number 22, Adam Sharman. Number 25, Aiden Damon. Number 31, Bram Bourne. Number 33, Brecken Troike. Number 55, Eric Williams. Number 58, Michael Cluxton. And number 65, Juan Pizarro. Those are your starting lineups for tonight.
And if the Trojans win tonight and Frontenac loses, the Trojans will host next week. If the Trojans win and Frontenac wins, then we will be traveling to Frontenac.
We will still host. Still host due to the, if both teams come back together, the top seed in the district would have home.
Well, hey, that district win over Frontenac will play a huge role next week. But first, the Trojans got to take care of business here against the Holton Wildcats. Those starting lineups are brought to you by the Jagged Edge. Trojans will start this game in style, but nowhere near the level of style you'll find at the Jagged Edge. Stylist Carla Sands, Robin Hawkins, or Eva Vietti will have you looking your best for your next big game. Make an appointment soon by calling 620-724-7500. And Dale, we're getting down closer to kickoff. Let's go ahead and step away for another break. We'll come back with our keys to the game and the opening kickoff from here in Holton. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
Mathis Drug Store Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drug Store, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athlete.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Welcome back out here to Holton Field, Holton, Kansas, getting set for this Kansas Class 3A sub-state semifinal matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Holton Wildcats. Both teams coming to this game undefeated, and talked about starting lineups, talked about the miserable weather here tonight, and I guess now it's time to talk about the keys to the game. Dale, these keys to the game are brought to you by Evans Motors. Get the keys to your next ride with a stop at Evans Motors. Nate and Eddie have decades of experience getting folks into the right car, truck, van, or SUV that's right for them and their family. Stop by and see them at the intersection of Highways 69 and 400, just south of Pittsburgh, or see their full selection online at evansmotors.net. Dale, keys to the game.
Keys to the game. Get off the bus. Really, come out, hit them in the mouth, and let them know that your Girard Trojans are here. Along with that, you have to make their big running backs bounce. If you can clog up the middle and make them bounce to the outside, gives us an option for our free safeties to run the alley and our corners to get there. They're not going to throw the ball much. You're going to put 10 in the box more than likely. But you have to make that inside run bounce to the outside. Vertically, they run well. If they have to turn and run down the field sideways, it will not work as well for them. That is a big key for the Trojans. The Trojans need to play within themselves as well. 10-yard passes, short outs, get some yardage, and get on down the road. Those are the keys to my game.
And, you look at the offense of Holton runs, you watch them on tape, it's really nothing flashy. 4 yards in a cloud of dust, but for Holton this year, it's been 11 and 12 yards in a cloud of dust. But just running off tackles, student body left, student body right, student body middle. And if the Trojans can stay disciplined in their gaps and make their tackles, they can slow this offense down.
And that's the thing about the wishbone. It is a true triple option plus the quarterback.
Yeah.
So it's a quad option. Yeah. But you have to be disciplined, do your job, make a pile in the middle, make them bounce it outside.
Or about 9 minutes away from kickoff here. Those were your keys to the game, brought to you by Evans Motors. And will be interesting to see here the first few minutes, first drive of this ball game, if the Trojans are able to come out and get a stop defensively against this really tough wishbone offense that Holton runs. And we talked about the competition level. Holton's played some schools that are down, but so is Girard. It's really kind of a similar looking schedule when you look at the two teams. You got some lopsided wins over schools that have been struggling, and then you got some closer games over teams that are kind of more legitimate opponents this year. And they kind of mirror each other, actually. They've had some close wins. They've had some blowouts on both sides. And it's going to be interesting to see these two philosophies match up. But with a 30, 40-mile-an-hour wind tonight, the passing game for Girard could be affected by that.
It could be affected by that. Once again, that's why I was mentioning those short 10-yard outs could be very valuable for them tonight.
All right, well, we'll step away for our final break of the pregame show. We're getting ready for the national anthem. Teams are out on the field. We'll have the coin flip and all of the pageantry here coming up right after this break. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan Athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Your victories are awarding moments at Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. New owners Greg and Missy Scott are excited to build on the 30-plus year tradition of Wilbert's, known across the area as the premier shop for sports awards, medals, custom engraving, plaques, trophies, gift items, corporate awards, and so much more. And with cutting-edge equipment being added, Wilbert's is poised for another successful 30 years. When hard work needs recognized, trust Wilbert's Signature Awards and Engraving. Find them on Facebook and at wilbertawards.com. Chronister's is Girard's hardware store. Stop by Chronister's Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronister's has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronister's Hardware is also the place for Clark and Kensington paint? Quality paint with an incredible selection of colors, plus all the tools and supplies you need to transform your paint project. From paint to pliers, you'll find it at Chronister's Hardware. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronister's Hardware, Girard's hardware store.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers.
Come on, baby. Welcome back to Holton, Kansas. Holton Field. Here for the Kansas Class 3A Sub-State semifinal matchup.
Sectional.
Sectional.
Sectional. Sub-State
Sectional
is next week.
Matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Holton Wildcats. I think our computer is cold. Even it's running slow.
It is.
It is.
Double click, double click.
I mean, if you guys don't know, if you're just tuning in, it's cold here in Holton, Kansas, and we're up on top of a hill here at Holton Field. No bleachers on the north side of the stadium. Absolutely nothing to break this bitter north wind blowing in here at about 30 miles an hour right now.
Straight into your face.
Straight into it.
I'll tell you how cold it is. I have my duck hunting gear on, and still chilly.
You know it's cold. I have every piece of warm clothing pretty much that I own with me. I'm not wearing it all yet, but
it's that time.
The night is young, right?
The coin toss.
Yep. Trojans captain's heading out to the middle of the field for the coin toss. Jess, give us a shot of that flag over there just so folks get an idea of this wind here in Holton. Look at that sucker. Gale force winds.
Did you see the coin toss?
I did not.
Holton won, and they want the ball.
Elected the ball.
They want to start the game off with the ball.
Well, they're on that type of offense where you want to be in the lead with that type of offense, and so they're going to take that chance here with the opening possession of the ball game. Big test here for this Trojans defense. They've run that three-man front all year. The wishbone is certainly going to test that, and especially with the personnel that Holton are putting out on the field tonight offensively. It'll be interesting to see if the Trojans go to a four-man front or if they just start walking linebackers up. Any indication from the coaches yet what they're going to do, guys?
I think they're going to walk the 5-man up. They're going to go to a Bears and walk 5-man. They're going to walk 2 linebackers up along with that 3-man down. We'll see what they go to. But if we stay with a 3-man front on this, it'll be a long night.
Well, Trojans going to have to do something to bring bodies up to the line of scrimmage. Holton's going to probably run a double tight wishbone. May not even have wide receivers out on the field for most of the game. So the exact opposite of the spread offense. They pack everybody in and try and beat you in a phone booth. And that's what they're going to try to do here to the Trojans tonight. Girard has gone into almost every game where they've had a legit opponent this year with a size disadvantage. No difference here tonight.
No difference at all. The Trojans have been undersized all year long and have came out victorious every time. So.
It's the size of the fight in the dog, but they're going to have a lot of it tonight here on the road in Holton. Big crowd here tonight. You can't tell because they're all sitting on our side of the stadium. Kickoff from Humble's a short one. It's going to hit the ground at the 25, bounce to the 20. Fielded there and across midfield and into Trojan territory is number 13, Grayson Booth. Booth, the 5'10 junior. Talked about him a little bit in the pregame. One of their big threat running backs, and he sets him up in excellent field position here to start this drive.
Yeah, short kick there. Looked like the Trojans got sucked inside a little bit, and they're going to say he stepped out on their side of the 50.
Must have gotten a foot out of bounds, so just inside their own territory is where the Wildcats will start this drive here with 11:51 to play first quarter. They'll line up in that double tight wishbone.
There you go.
And they'll hit it right up the middle. Trojans are right there to meet them at the 50-yard line. Maybe a gain of a yard on the play.
It's exactly what the Trojans need to do right there.
And that was Jace Boswell, 6'2", 220-pound fullback. So tried to come at him with the beef that time. Trojans up to the task. And there's a big hole that time. And pushed out of bounds from behind is Garrison Booth. And he has a Wildcat first down at about the Trojan 24-yard line.
Linebacker just missed him there.
They're going to say he stepped out at the 32.
There it is.
And the Trojans wrap that one up in the backfield. Another good play there. Had a defense in front of Girard.
First contact in the backfield. Sharman couldn't hang on to him.
Man, challenging, isn't it? And another handoff up the middle. Trojans there stop that one after a gain of about 3 yards.
Too early to talk about 4-down territory.
They don't punt.
I don't even think they have a punter on the roster.
Don't blame them.
And the second man through will get the ball.
Nice hit.
Right there, gang tackling. And that was Booth again. Nowhere to go that time.
Big play right here.
4th down and 6.
Now, see what the Wildcats here have on this 4th down and 6. A big play here for this Trojan defense. If they can get off the field right now, that is a huge win. This was all set up by the big kickoff return by Grayson Booth. And now they're going to run option to the far side. He's got the first down. There's across the 5, right towards the goal line.
Touchdown.
And he's got the touchdown. Trojans didn't seal the outside that time, and Lear's able to get around the corner for the 24-yard touchdown run.
Did exactly what we needed him to do, is bounce it, but that free safety has to make the tackle there.
So Lear's on to attempt the point after. He punts, does the place kicking, and is the quarterback here for Holton. He's kicking into a pretty stiff crosswind. And the kick is up and good. So that makes the score 7-0 Wildcats with 9:33 to left to play here in the first quarter. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue mascot debit card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Welcome back out here to Holton, Kansas. Wildcats score on their first drive after a 24-yard touchdown run by quarterback Matt Lears. And Lears, we knew he was the threat to carry the football, got around the corner that time on the Trojans. But guys, we knew Girard's going to have to score to win this game. So right now the offense got to come out and take care of business on this first drive.
And special teams as well. You know,
that was set up by a big special teams play.
And Girard's normally won the special teams on every game this season.
Lear's set to kick it away. Like I said, he handles all the kicking duties. There's a low drill.
Go down.
Josh Bohr with it. Goes across the 40 and brought down at about the 41-yard line. So good job by Bohr to handle that line drive kick right at him. And it picks up some positive yardage. Trojans will start out with good field position at their own 41.
I didn't think they'd kick it deep. It was kind of a squib kick, just a spiral right at him.
Yeah, like a line drive. Under 9.5 to play, first quarter. Trojans have the ball for the first time tonight. They trail it 7-0 here to the Holton Wildcats. Both teams coming to the game undefeated this season. And there's Ethan Merrill with the carry on first down, and he's got nothing going. He'll probably lose a yard on the carry. He'll set up a second down and long for the Trojans from the 39.
Fletcher with the tackle there for the Wildcats.
We got a pretty good size up front, Holton. Looks like a pretty big nose guard there.
Yeah.
They go with the four-man front.
There it is.
There's Wyatt Foley up the sideline after the catch into Wildcat territory, driven out of bounds. I'm going to call it about, we'll see where the official is. I can't see because of the stance, about the 35-yard line. Call it the 36.
And that's exactly what we need to do, just that 10-yard out and make a play afterwards.
25-yard pass completion that time. Trojans have it 1st and 10 on the 36. Come out in that pistol formation, two wing backs, two wide receivers are Davenport and Foley. Harris in motion, handoff goes up the middle to Ethan Merrill, fights through one tackle, spins off another, keeps his legs going across the 35 to about the 34-yard line. We'll call it a gain of 2 on first down.
Good hard run there. Tackle in there by number 58, Caden Cantrell.
Sets up about a second down and a 8 from the 34-yard line. I hear this wind's going to die down sometime tomorrow afternoon, guys.
That's great.
There's the handoff inside again to Merrill, and he's down by contact. The ball came out. Not much on the play. It's going to set up another passing situation here for Girard. We'll call it no gain on the play.
That's the inside linebacker coming up. Trojans unable to chip to him.
And, you know, most of those linebackers are the same guys with all the rushing yards on the other side of the ball here for Holton. You know, 3A, guys go both ways. So your running backs on offense or your linebackers on defense. Nigaman back to pass, swings it out, incomplete, intended for Bo Harris off his hands. Harris wants that one back, but the defender was right there to make a play. I'm not sure Harris had much of anywhere to go if he had caught the ball. Would have picked up a couple, but certainly not gotten the first down unless Harris made an amazing move out there. Sets up a 4th down and long at the 34. Decision time here for the Trojans.
Go for it.
Jess says they're going for it. Big play here for Girard. They don't want to hand this ball back over to the Wildcats here. Nigaman back to pass, rolling far side, being pursued, turns the corner, has a man downfield, incomplete, and over the head, intended for Ethan Davidson. Not able to make the catch. That's going to turn it over on downs at the 34-yard line.
Trojan defense needs to come out here and make a stop.
Wildcats begin their drive on their own 34-yard line, 1st and 10.
So the Wildcats back out with it. Lair's under center. Here they are in the double tight wishbone. Probably the only formation we'll see him run tonight. Handoff goes to Grayson Booth again, and he'll have about 4, maybe 5 yards there on 1st down out to the 39-yard line. Call it a gain of 5.
Josh Bohr making the tackle there, along with Bram Bourne coming up in that free safety position.
Yeah, there you go, right up the middle again. This time Trojan defense able to get that one stopped after a gain of about a yard. Chase Boswell, the ball carrier. And he'll get it out to about the 41. Gain of 2. Third down and 4, pretty manageable distance for this squad. You know that's always 4-down territory with them as Booth tripped up and dropped after a gain of just 1. It's going to bring up a 4th down and a long 2.
They're going to go
Ball
for it
rests
here.
at about the 43. Of course they're going for it. This is an offense designed to pick up 2 yards getting out of bed in the morning. We'll see if they can get it done here against the Trojans.
Ball's
Ball's
on
out.
the ground.
And they
didn't make
get
it.
it. They turned it over on downs. Trojan defense holds.
Exactly what the Trojans needed to do right here. Now we need to turn the tide and put one in the end zone.
Trojans take over at about the 43-yard line. 5:41 to play, 1st quarter.
Girard will begin their drive on the Wildcat 43-yard line, 1st and 10.
Well, both teams had turnover on downs on their last possession. Trojans get the ball back here inside Wildcat territory. 2 wide receivers to the near side, Davenport and Foley. Kester in the backfield behind Nigaman. Pitch goes outside to Bo Harris. He'll turn the corner but get drugged down right at the line of scrimmage.
Bo Harris on the carry. Matt Weir's on the stop.
And a good job just staying home on defense by the Wildcats and not biting on that pitch.
They fly to the ball very well.
Their trio of talented tailbacks are also a trio of talented linebackers, and they closed on that one real quickly. Trojans come out here 3 wide. Davidson and Davenport to the far side. Foley near side. Kester in the backfield. They'll go play action. Nigaman Over the top. Oh! Foley couldn't bring it in. He was wide open, and that ball thrown on a rope from Luke Nigaman to Wyatt Foley over his shoulder could not bring it in. That could have been a game changer there because nobody's catching Foley from behind if he catches that ball. Disappointing, but Trojans a couple more downs here. You know it's going to be there now. I think they have a speed advantage on the outside if they can connect. 3 wide again in this set. Kester in the backfield behind Nigaman. Lines up in the pistol. Here's the snap. Now the handoff to Kester up the middle, and he'll pick up 3 yards there as that hole closed very quickly. And Kester kind of hesitated going towards the line, and I think that allowed that hole to close up.
Wow.
And now it sets up a 4th down and 9. Not a pretty stingy spot, but it's the difference between a 4th and 8 and 4th and 9. The Trojans got to come up with a big play here.
They've had a couple. They've had some receivers open.
Yeah. You just got to connect. The plays are certainly there to be made for those Trojan receivers. They got to haul them in. Same formation as last time. Here's the snap. Nigaman back to pass, now scrambling. And he's going to be sacked for a loss. Big turnover on downs there.
They come after it. They're bailing their outside linebackers on a stunt every time it's a passing down. Something to look at, that throw underneath there.
Loss of 9 on the play. Turns it over on downs. And they'll take over at the Girard 48. Wildcats trying to push the lead to 2 scores here. Stay in the double tight wishbone. Now option to the outside. Lears rounds the corner, shakes a tackle into the Trojan backfield, and finally brought down from behind by Ethan Merrill. Not before he picks up a huge chunk of yards. And another Wildcat first down.
Missed tackles. Cannot have missed tackles. Had him wrapped up twice. And he's not going to go down with an arm tackle. So
what they do, that's wishbone. They'll probe your defense. Oh, are you weak in the middle? Are you weak on the edge? You start missing tackles on the edge pretty soon. Lots of plays are going to the edge. And that time Blair is again able to gash the Trojans around the end. Here it is. Coming near side this time, drug out of bounds. That was Jaden Fletcher, the 5'7" junior running back. He's kind of the fourth wheel of all of this rushing attack for the Wildcats. Sets up a 2nd down and 4. Have it 2nd down and about 4 at the Trojan 19-yard line. First man through is going to get it. It's fullback. And Boswell picks up about a yard, sets up a 3rd down and 3 now for the Wildcats.
Just chipping away.
Yeah.
That's all their game is.
Well, chip, big chunk. Chip, big chunk. And now 2nd man through. Nice coverage that time by the Trojan defense as Garrison Booth looked like he had a hole that closed real quick. So it brings up another 4th down and short here. It seems like a broken record tonight. See if that Trojan defense can come up with a stop here. And now here's the option far side. You knew this was coming, and the Trojans just don't have an answer for that. Going around the end on the far side, Matt Lares picks up another 1st down. And Trojans don't seem to have an answer for that one yet.
No, the backer that side didn't get there. The free safety was late, and he's able to turn the corner.
And he's got good speed, so once he decides he's going to take it around the end and it turns into a foot race, advantage offense there. 2nd man through is going to get it. And that was Jaden Fletcher again on the carry, number 10.
Fletcher on the carry.
set up a second down and goal to Trojan 5. Ticking down around 2 minutes to play her first quarter. Holton knocking on the door, trying to go up 2 scores on the Trojans. And here's Fletcher again, heading to the goal line. He's going to be just short. He'll be stopped at the 1. It'll bring up a third down and goal at about the 1 yard line. Nothing flashy about the wishbone, but it sure does work. You can ask the Oklahoma Sooners of the Barry Switzer era, the Nebraska Cornhuskers of the Tom Osborne era. That wishbone is an effective offense. Oh, Fletcher hitting the backfield that time, but able to spin off into the end zone. Troike hit him, but not able to bring him down before he crossed the goal line. And Holton up 13-0 here with 1:26 to play first quarter. I thought Troike had him stopped, but he was able to bounce off of it.
Just a yard. He stretched it out across there.
Yep. Not much real estate to protect there for the defense. And Lear's on to attempt the point after. And the kick is up and good.
Matthew Lawrence is good. Your score with 1:26 left in the first quarter. Wildcats 14, Girard Trojans 0.
All right, Holton leads at 14-0, 1:26 to play. We'll step away for a short break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports.
Chicken Annie's Girard is a proud supporter of Trojan athletics. Chicken Annie's of Girard serves up the area's best fried chicken and a whole lot more. Check out their weekly specials like chicken and noodles on Wednesdays, Thursday nights kids nights, and Friday boneless wings. Oh, and don't forget about those delicious homemade pies. Stop in or enjoy their mouth-watering favorites at home with carry-out and catering available. Chicken Annie's Girard, continuing a Southeast Kansas tradition. Learn more at chickenanniesgirard.com or call 620-724-4090.
Welcome back out here to Holton, Kansas. Wildcats just capped off another scoring drive with a 1-yard touchdown run by Jaden Fletcher. They lead at 14-0. Trojans got themselves in a bit of a hole here to start this one out, but they've certainly had their opportunities.
Go get it. It's live. Go get it.
And Trojans jump on top of it. Maybe.
Nope. Nope, it's Girard ball.
And it will be Trojan football. Dodged a bullet right there.
That is a live ball, guys. 10 yards, it's live.
Trojans survive a little bit of confusion there on the kick return. Usually special teams, a unit that's a strength for the Trojans so far here in the first half. It hasn't really been the case. A big kickoff return to start things out for Holton, and then miscue there sets the Trojans back at their own 26-yard line to start this drive. Just one wide receiver in this set, 2 wing backs. Handoff goes to Merrill, working around the left side of that line, and he'll have a couple of yards there on first down. Set up a second down and 8 from about the 22. I've kind of given up on keeping stats, guys, because I also want to keep my fingers.
I was going to say, my hands aren't working as well.
I'm just going to put them in the pockets and forget about the stats, sadly enough. Sometimes you got to make cuts.
Sacrifice
the stats for the fingers. 2 wide receivers in this set for the Trojans. Merrill stays in the backfield behind Nigerman. They'll put Harris in motion. Handoff goes to Merrill. Penalty flag from the... And I think they're going to get the Trojans with a hold. Not a popular call amongst the Trojan coaching staff up here.
I think that's the first flag of the game, though. It's been a real clean quarter.
Now there's conference on the mound. We'll see if they going to walk this one off or pick it up, what they're going to do here. Very rarely do you see them pick a flag up.
Very rarely.
Especially at this level.
Chop block.
Well, that'll back the Trojans up. Last thing they need, because this is a
15-yard penalty.
Yeah, this is a tenacious defense here for Holton. So Trojans going to have to pick up some big chunks of yards here on the next 2 downs. Or I guess 3 downs. They don't get lost a down on that, do they?
No.
Okay, so they got 3 plays to pick up around about 20 yards here.
And that might be the first 15-yard penalty that got marked off 15 yards that we've seen this year.
Yeah, it's not one of the 13-yard varieties.
Or 17s.
Yeah, or the 11s. Yeah. Not too often you see those 11-yard penalties. Nigaman working out of the pistol, throws that one high, intended for Wyatt Foley. That's a couple that have gone through Foley's hands. I mean, I know it was over his head, but this situation, your team needs you to haul that one in. Sets up a 3rd down and 20 now for the Trojans, and now they need 20 yards in 2 plays. Pretty much 1 play because you're going to punt it out of here.
Yeah, you're going to punt it away.
So we'll see if Nigaman looks Foley's way again. Back to pass, gives the pump fake, double move, throws the pick, intercepted coming back the other way. That's Jake Zeller, and he's going to be driven out of bounds. And fantastic field position now for Holton as they're trying to put this one out of reach early against the Trojans. 3.5 seconds remaining first half, and they had coverage underneath, they had coverage over the top. And after the double move, Foley was briefly open. The ball a little bit overthrown, and the safety there to make the play over the top.
It was a stop and go. It was a double move.
Yep.
And
the safety didn't bite on that. Now the Trojans with their backs against the wall here defensively. 1st and goal from the 10-yard line for Holton.
Pass.
Back to pass as Lears over the top, tipped and incomplete. Trojans had a chance at it. Nobody from Girard catch a ball tonight.
Nobody. End of the quarter.
And that'll do it for the first quarter. Trojans trailing the Wildcats 14-0 here in Holton. We'll step away for a break, and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Farmers Bank is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. For years, our customers have worked with the Farmers Bank staff located in Walnut, St. Paul, and Hepler. Now, with our new location in Girard, the community can experience the same service that has kept families coming back to Farmers Bank for generations. Stop by and visit our friendly staff at Farmers Bank at any of our locations in Walnut, St. Paul, Hepler, and Girard. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Well, they switched into the field. Same situation. Trojans defending their own end zone. 2nd down and goal now for the Wildcats after the incomplete pass there to end the first quarter. Lear's back, hands it off up the middle. This time his fullback able to keep his footing, Jace Boswell, and he'll have it down to about the 5-yard line. It'll set up a 3rd and goal from the 5. Sometimes that wishbone, you know, you're watching all the action going on in the backfield and you don't notice that they handed it to the fullback just with the crash right up the middle. Boswell with 5 yards, and here's right down to the goal line. That was Garrison Booth on the carry. And now they're sniffing the goal line here on 4th down. Trojans still in the position to possibly get a stop here and prevent this score, but tough situation here from the 1 yard line trying to stop this wishbone attack from Holton. Garrison Booth untouched into the end zone for the touchdown. And now Holton leads it 20-0 with just under 11 minutes to play here in the first half. You know, I seem to think, guys, when we got here that B.J. Harris was with us.
He was. He's disappeared.
He was here, but now he's probably somewhere warmer than here. Players on to attempt the point after. Trojans jumped the snap. That was Brecken Troike. He bowled his man over. You think?
Oh.
And Troike came across a little bit early there and trucked the guy. And it's
Encroachment against the Trojans.
They're going to go for two.
Now place the ball at about the 1 yard line, and here we are in the same situation. Trojans trying to stop this wishbone attack with just a yard to protect. Players under center. Garrison Booth, first man through, touchdown, or 2-point conversion is good. And it gives the Wildcats a 22-0 lead. And there's a flag after the play. We'll stay here and figure out what's going on.
You know, unsportsmanlike conduct against Holton.
Some excessive celebration, perhaps. Unsportsmanlike against Holton. Well, Trojan offense needs to come out here and score some points. It's an extremely important possession, guys. You're down 3 scores here early. This is starting to be vaguely reminiscent of the trip up here in 1999 when the Trojans were down 40 at half. Offense needs to come out here and at least make a statement by scoring a touchdown and saying we're not going away.
Yeah, I believe that the plays have been there to be made. The Trojans just haven't executed well yet. So I believe you just keep going what we're doing and just try to do it better.
Yeah, a couple missed tackles here, a drop pass or 3 there. You're just going to have to clean it up.
Well, and don't stop playing until the whistle as well. You know, you don't quit on a route. Don't assume that someone else is going to make that play.
Assessed on the kickoff.
Yeah, Holton going to be kicking from their own 25-yard line. Kester and Davidson standing back for the Trojans at their own 32.
Remember, guys, it's a live ball. 10 yards, it's live.
I have a feeling this one is going to go deeper because they were kicking with that 30-mile-an-hour tailwind. That terrible, terrible wind. See if Lairs puts some air under this one or toe punches it. He puts some air under it. Kester fields it at about the 30, and good return here across the 45, across midfield. and into Wildcat territory at about the 49-yard line. Good field position to start this drive for the Trojans. And they need a score here like the desert needs rain.
Put a drive together.
Trojans will get their drive on the Wildcat 49-yard line. First and 10.
I don't know if I'm ever going to be warm again. Trojans come out in kind of a tighter bunch set here. 2 wing backs. Kester in the backfield behind Nigaman. He'll get the carry, and he'll pick up about 2 yards before being driven back by a host of Holton defenders. He'll move the ball up to about the 47-yard line. Set up a 2nd down and 8 as we tick down around 10.5 to play here first half.
At the moment, Holton definitely controlling the line of scrimmage.
Without a doubt, both sides of the ball. Trojan defense been good up the middle, but around the ends, they've had their problems stopping this Holton offense. Trojan offense here trying to answer back, get something on the board for Girard here before the half.
There it is.
Quick pitch around the side. Ethan Davidson makes the man miss at the 35, keeps his footing inside the 30 down to about the 27-yard line. Best offensive play of the night for the Trojans, as Ethan Davidson with a big gainer to give Girard a first down at about the 28-yard line.
Speed's there.
And Trojans just having a hard time getting their playmakers rolling tonight. We've seen Wyatt Foley, usually a very reliable, speedy receiver, drop a couple passes. The running game's had a hard time getting going. Luke Nigaman's thrown an uncharacteristic pick, but there, hopefully Ethan Davidson able to get things going positive here for the Trojans. Short gain, if anything, that time for Kester, as the left side of that defensive line really stout there for Holton.
Yep, they're not getting much push off the ball, and that is a defensive end making the tackle.
They've got some good size, good athletes up front, and Trojan offensive front just having a hard time getting a good push tonight. They have had a chop block called against them. Just rough night in the trenches so far for the Trojans. Bo Harris in motion. He'll get the pitch, nowhere to go, and drop for a loss on the play. Good defensive play that time by Caden Jackson, the 5'11 senior. And that's the kind of play you want to see out of your senior defense players. They just saw that one coming all the way and practically was in the backfield with Harris when he caught the pitch.
Yeah.
And Nigaman had to get rid of it, didn't have anywhere to go with it. And Harris not quite able to shake out of that one as he's brought down by an ankle tackle. 3rd down and long now for the Trojans. Seems like they've been down 3rd down and long all night long. Obvious passing situation here for the Trojans, and they'll take a timeout to talk things over. And we'll take one as well. 8:23 to play. First half, Trojans trail at 22-0. You're watching Girard Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Come on, baby. Third down and long here for the Trojans. 8:23 to play, first half. Coach Philpott called timeout to talk things over with his squad. 2 wide receivers in this set. Davenport near side. The Trojans hand it off up the middle to Kester, and nothing going there. Stout defense up the middle. That time for Holton again. And it sets up a 4th down and long here for the Trojans. It seems this wind is just getting worse.
Yeah, it's straight into your face now.
It is. I think it's a factor, guys. I think it's a factor.
Yeah, I believe the more points Holton scores, the colder it's going to get up here, too.
4th and long.
4th and about 15 here for the Trojans. Nigaman back to pass, being pressured, had to get rid of it. And it falls incomplete. They'll turn it over on downs. Again, 3rd time tonight the Trojans have had a turnover on downs.
Wildcats will take over.
3 turnovers on downs and 1 interception are how the Trojan offensive drives have gone tonight, as Holton's been very tough on defense, and that wishbone attack, especially with these field conditions tonight, really taking a toll on that Girard defense. Chewing up clock, chewing up yards, doing everything it's designed to do tonight.
That's exactly what that offense is designed to do, and assignment football, Trojans have to do their assignments.
Well, we talked to Coach Philpott, Jess, after the game last week, and he said he knew what to expect. He hadn't seen any film, but he knew.
That's offsides.
And Girard crowd and coaches want a false start on that play, and they don't get one. And officials didn't see it. Sets up a 2nd down and about 6 from the 36-yard line.
How do you not see that?
Anyway, we talked to Coach Philpott. He knew what to expect. Wishbone attack, physical, time-consuming. And that's what we've gotten here tonight from these Holton Wildcats. Lares keeps it himself, fakes the pitch, and he'll have it up to the 35, brought down for a loss of 1 on the play. Trojan defense doesn't fall for that option that time.
Exactly how to play it. He slow played it all the way through. Nicely done.
Because I asked Philpott, was he sure they ran to wishbone because they're scoring 40 points a game, and he says that's how good they are at it.
Yep, and we're seeing it here tonight. Hand off to Booth, off tackle. Trojans cut him down at about the 37, 38-yard line. Gonna set up a 4th and 5. Interesting situation here.
Oh, they're gonna punt.
Even the PA announcer said it like it was a question.
Yeah.
Then they're gonna punt? That's right.
Watch the fake.
Well, they had Laris punting before the game, but now they have a new guy out there. This is Jake Zeller.
Watch the fake.
And if they fake, I bet it's a run. Nope, he's going to punt it away. High end over end punt. Fair catch called for and made by Kester at the Trojan 23-yard line. All right, defense got to stop. See if the offense can get something going here with 6:13 left to play in the first half. Trojans trailing it 22-0. It's been a frustrating night offensively for Girard. They've, like you guys have said, there's been some plays there to be made. They just haven't made them thus far. The highlight of the night, about a 20-yard run by Ethan Davidson. Other than that, pretty slim pickings tonight for this Trojan offense. 2 wide receivers in this set. Foley far side, Davenport near side. Merrill in the backfield. Here's the toss to Davidson, and he gets cut down. Ball comes loose, and they're going to say it is Wildcat football. Davidson didn't secure the ball. Took a heck of a wallop out there on the outside. Coughed up the ball, and now Holton with it in good field position, and just the last thing the Trojans needed to happen on that play.
You did a great job on defense, making them punt the ball. And
come out and cough it up on offense.
Can't cough it up.
6 minutes to play. First half, Trojan defense seems like they've been out on the field all night. Offense just can't get anything going, can't get out of their own way. It's a second turnover tonight for Girard here in the first half. This one kind of an offset eye. There's the pitch to the outside. And it'll be a gain of about 3, maybe 4 yards on the play, out to about the 26-yard line. You'll have to forgive us when things come to the near side here in front of that Holton bench. Kind of hard to see based on the way the bleachers are constructed and the narrowness of the sideline area here. There's only about 10 feet from where the field stops to where the bleachers start. And then on the far side, about 10 feet from where the field stops, and there's a cliff. I want a short carry that time by Fletcher. It'll set up about a 3rd down and 4 now from about the 22-yard line.
It's going to be Harris with the stop.
Yeah, they credited Nigaman with it, but he's not out there on the field.
Rolled up.
Yeah. They look so similar. Now they're back to the traditional double tight wishbone. And that was Garrison Booth on the carry. Gain of about a yard or 2. It'll set up a 4th down and a long yard, maybe 2, at about the 20-yard line. They need to reach just inside the 19 for a 1st down. 4:20 left to play, first half. Trojan defense desperately trying to get a stop after a turnover on the first play of their last drive. Killed it. They forced the Wildcats to punt, but coughed it up on the fumble. Now just 2 men in the backfield behind Lairs. And nothing going that time. They're going to turn it over on downs. Fletcher could not reach the line to gain.
Oh,
that is a super generous spot.
Oh.
I didn't think he got, I thought he got down short of the 20, and they marked that ball inside the 19. So
it was a good roll.
Yeah, it's a real good roll. Because when you're up 22, you know, you need every good spot you can get. And they didn't get it. Trojan ball. How about that? I don't think it should have been that close. But the Trojans will take over on downs. Another big defensive stand. And here it goes. Trojan offense. Let's see if they can get something positive here. Under 4 minutes to play first half. This is it. You got that 4-minute offense. Let's see it. Trojans try to get on the board. If they can cut this to 2 scores going into the half, they'll get the kick coming out of the half. So this is actually a very, down 22. This is a huge drive.
The Trojan defense is doing a great job. They've been on the field all night.
Going kind of into that crossing northwest wind. Handoff goes up the middle this time as Kester, I believe, going to carry it for about 2, maybe 3 yards across the 20 to about the 21-yard line.
It's not a bad first down play. 3 yards. Take it all night long if you get it.
And, you know, you just want to make them play defense. Wildcats really haven't, their defense hasn't been out on the field a whole heck of a lot tonight. The Trojans have just kind of sputtered offensively. Had some drop passes, some turnovers. Have a hard time getting things going. Nigaman with the quick pitcher outside. Here's Kester, hit immediately in the backfield and brought down. Nice play there on the outside by Garrison Booth. And like I said, their talented ball carriers are good tacklers on the defensive side, and Booth shuts that one down before it gets started.
You have blockers out in front. You cannot let someone cross your face. If he crosses your face, you block him. Right there, they ran right by him. He crossed his face and made a tackle in the backfield. Great job on the defense, but those Trojan blockers have to block someone.
Well, good play on first down, negative play second down, and now the Trojans here once again in a 3rd down and 10. With 2:35 to play first half. Nigaman looking for somebody, throws it outside, and it's picked off. Looking for Wyatt Foley. Foley did not contest the pass.
Even go for it.
And Lucas Adcock comes up with the catch. in that situation as the receiver, Dale, you got to become the defensive back and knock that ball away. And Foley just watched Adcock catch it. Came slow out of his break. Adcock beat him out of his break, saw that Nigaman was under pressure and needed to get rid of it, and able to step into the passing lane and pick that one off. And 3 turnovers now in the first half for the Trojans.
Well, let's go defense.
The defense has kept us in this game.
Well, I'd say they need a pick 6, but the other team's got to throw it for that to happen. Here comes that double-tied or wishbone formation again. And Trojans string it out to the far side. And Trojans wanted a hold on that. They don't get it, but their defense does string it out for a negative play. Loss of 3 that time. Sets up a second down and long at about the 25 the 28. They need to reach the 15 for a first down.
Pass.
There's back to pass. Throws it up. And the catch is made. Harris out there in coverage. Couldn't close the gap. And that's going to set the Wildcats up first down and goal inside the Trojan 5-yard line. And Trojans get caught leaning forward for that run and minimum coverage in the backfield. And Harris maybe got caught peeking a little bit as well and unable to make up the distance there to the wide receiver.
First and goal on the 3.
And it sets up a first and goal. They're going to call it at the Trojan 3. Now 2 backs in the backfield behind Lairs. Second man through is in. That is Jaden Fletcher, his second touchdown of the night. And the Trojans now in a pretty deep hole, down 28-0 here with 2 minutes left to play first half. And on to attempt the point after is Lairs. He's made every kick tonight. He's got a pretty good leg. High snap, hold is down, kick is up, and it's good. 2 minutes left to play first half. Trojans trail it 29-0 here in Holton. We'll step away for a quick break and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Welcome back out here to Holton, Kansas. 2 minutes to play first half. Trojans trailing the Holton Wildcats 29-0 in a first half that has been entirely the color blue. Trojans 3 turnovers, unable to get anything going offensively. Holton able to make the plays when they need to offensively. Defense has been stout. Trojans will have 2 minutes here to try and get a score going into the half as that kick goes out of the end zone for a touchback. Nice boot that time by Matt Lairs. This guy does just about everything. He might be serving up chicken and noodles at halftime if you guys want to make it over there.
He's a specimen.
Yep.
Nice player.
And you were talking to some of the coaches just before the game, and they said that Lairs is a real deal. One of the best high school quarterbacks they've seen, and he got a good quarterback on the other side tonight, but things just haven't gone Luke Nigaman and the Trojans' way.
Score in from Rock Creek. Raiders up 21-14 2 minutes left in the half.
Fantastic. Now here's Trojan offense looking at a 1st down and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Run up the middle is Ethan Merrill out across the 20 to about the 23. We'll mark him down at the 24-yard line. Pretty good run there on 1st down. But the clock is running under 2 minutes, now down around 1:45 to play here, first half. Trojans need to probably try and pick up some chunks of yards here if they going to try and punch it in here before the break. Niggman in the pistol again. He'll keep it this time. Running option far side. Pitch outside. Fumbled and recovered. That is Garrison Booth again. Garrison Booth out there to jump on the fumble. And that option play just hasn't been there tonight for the Trojans. Every time Niggman's pitched it, there's been a defender right there in the face of the ball carrier. So Trojans turn it over there again. 4 turnovers in the first half. I mean, doesn't get much worse than this, guys. So second half, maybe Trojans turn around and
looking up,
do something positive. I mean, you're going to have a real hard time turning it over more than 4 times and a half.
I'm not sure they've turned it over 4 times all year.
No, I don't think so. Maybe all year.
2 games ago, Niggman threw his first interception.
Right. It's just hats off to these kids in blue, man. They came to play tonight. Laird's back to pass. There's finally the holding call that the Trojans have been looking for. Pass is picked off and brought down from behind. Let's see who it was on that interception. I think it was Bo Harris. Nope, Kester. And that penalty is declined, of course, and the Trojans will take over at about the 11-yard line.
First break for the Trojans.
And it comes with a minute to play here. First half, Trojans need to go about 88 yards in 1:09 to find the end zone. I don't think a field goal's in the cards tonight.
Not against this wind.
No, maybe going the other way. You could probably kick a field goal if the goalposts were in Lawrence tonight, but couldn't kick one 15 yards going the other way. All right, Trojan offense back out on the field. A couple of turnovers, tit for tat. Now the Trojans get it back here at about the 11-yard line. Kester with it, out across the 15 to about the 17-yard line. Nice gain there on 1st down for Kester. Clock continues to run. We're under a minute now. The Trojans taking their time at not going to get in a big hurry here on this end of the field. Here's the snap. Busted play. Niggman goes down with it in the backfield. And it seems like he thought the back was going one way and he went the other. A little zig when you should have zagged. Sets up 3rd down. That'll be the last play of the first half. Trojans are going to let the clock run out and head to the locker room, trailing 29-0 to Holton. And it's been a rough first half for the Trojans. Going to go talk it over in the locker room, see if they can come up with something to get things turned around here in the second half. We're all going to do what we can to try and avoid frostbite here. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back with the GN Bank halftime show. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Equal housing lender, member FDIC. Learn more at gn-bank.com.
For years, James Brumback and Brumback Service Center have been keeping area residents on the road with high quality and fast service. Let's face it, none of us have time for a breakdown, so be sure to stop by Brumback's for preventative maintenance, oil changes, and tire repairs. Brumback's is also your place for new tires with a variety of quality brands to choose from. Brumback Service Center, 312 East St. John in Girard. Call 620-724-6770. Good luck, Trojans, from Brumback Service Center.
A partner in your fields and in your success. That's what you get with Murphy Seed. Channel seedsman Matt Murphy knows your fields and can recommend the elite seed products designed to perform in your area, maximizing the profitability of every acre. With Murphy Seed, you'll get year-round, hands-on, customized service. To learn more, call Murphy Seed at 620-249-6419. Your partner at every stage. Matt Murphy and Murphy Seed.
Chronister's is Girard's hardware store. Stop by Chronister's Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronister's has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronister's Hardware is also the place to pick up your PPP supplies, plus all the top cleaning brands and much, much more. From paper towels to PPP, you'll find it at Chronister's. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronister's Hardware, Girard's hardware store.
You've enjoyed life. Over the years, your community has become your passion, something you hope future generations get to experience, just as you have. That's why the Girard Area Community Foundation has worked hard to help fulfill charitable goals and inspire generosity, meeting the needs of the communities they serve. Creating a legacy fund with GACF ensures what you leave behind is an effective and lasting improvement in the community you love so dearly. Make plans to visit GirardAreaFoundation.com, preserving traditions for those who follow.
Now more than ever, Croccan is dedicated to helping keep families connected, workers to collaborate, students to learn, and businesses to continue to serve their customers, and even for doctors to treat their patients. Croccan's reliable high-speed fiber-to-the-home network means no buffering movies or grainy video conferences, no matter how many people are using it. Call or go online to sign up for the fastest and best internet in Southeast Kansas. Croccan. If you need to stay connected, you need Croccan.
Peony Dental is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. Chris Peony DDS offers exceptional dentistry for all ages in a friendly atmosphere. In fact, Chris Peony has been caring for smiles since 1993. No wonder so many Trojan fans look so good. Peony Dental offers preventative care, Invisalign, whitening, bridges, crowns, and more. Stop by today and ask about the all-new CEREC dental system, offering same-day crowns, start to finish, right there in the office. To learn more, visit them at 106 South Ozark in Girard or go online to peonydental.com. Find us fast in names and numbers. The farmer's friend in the field is Crop Care. With their industry-leading crop scouting, Crop Care can catch diseases, bugs, and other yield-robbing issues before they affect your bottom line. Crop Care also offers grid soil sampling and plant sampling with lab-tested results, giving you an unmatched advantage. With coverage across the entire region, Crop Care has insight that can help you avoid problems before they start. Give Kurt or Josh Harris a call at 620-687-4795. Crop Care, the name says it all.
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Welcome back out here to Holton, Kansas. We're at halftime of this sub-state sectional playoff between the Girard Trojans and the Holton Wildcats. At the break, Trojans trail at 29-0. First half pretty much all Holton. And 4 turnovers in the first half for the Trojan offense. Just couldn't get anything going. Defensive side of the ball, they haven't really looked that bad. They got beat on a couple of option plays around the end, but other than that, Trojan defense has been pretty stout.
Trojan defense has been on the field all night long and doing a great job maintaining we talked about it has to bounce. If you're going to be successful against the Wishbone, it has to bounce to the outside. We have made that happen a couple times. We haven't made the tackles on the bounce. We let a couple guys get behind us, but turnovers is the name of the game here tonight.
Yeah, the Trojans just haven't taken care of the ball very well here in the first half, and it has definitely cost them as they go into the break trailing 29-0. And, you know, some of that could be the conditions here tonight. We haven't played a game in this type of weather all season long. It is extremely cold up here in Holton, as everybody heard probably during one of my candid moments there. You know, you got to come out and answer the bell despite the field conditions. And tonight the Trojans just haven't made catches when they've been there to be made. The option game has been struggling as well. And I would say a lot of it you can point to field conditions, but most of it is the guys on the other side of the ball. Holton's really come to play tonight.
Holton is big and strong up front, and to the outside, they've got some speed. That quarterback is fast and one of the most talented athletic quarterbacks we've seen this year. So, yes, they're a good team. We knew they were a good team, and there's a reason they're 10-0 as well.
So the Trojans in the locker room trying to talk things over right now. We'll see what they come up with, what adjustments they're going to make here coming out for the second half. And, Dale, you know, if you're Coach Philpott in there talking to your team, they haven't been anywhere near this situation all year long. I don't think they've trailed at the half in any game this year. What are you telling your squad in there to try and keep their heads up and get them back into this one?
Well, you've got to tell them exactly what's going on. Defense, great job. Keep up the good work. Offense, hang on to your blocks. Make the block when it crosses your face and keep running the ball hard. Look the ball in, tuck it away. You know, those are the things that you have to praise the kids. They're doing a great job for the team that we're playing. This is the biggest team we've seen, probably one of the strongest teams we've seen in a long, long time. But give them the praise, pat them on the back, you know, and give them a little bit of confidence because, like you said, it's shell shock. We've never been down 29-0 in 10 games. So turn around, bring it out, and see we get the ball first, start the second half.
And, you know, you come out and the conditions are adverse like this, and then you get down like this in a ball game, it just seems colder. The wind seems stronger, and everything seems worse. And Trojans just desperately need to get something positive going to try and swing that momentum back in their direction, or this is a long, cold night otherwise if they can't get something going here in the third quarter.
It is, you know, and it's just one of those games that you're going to have to bear down and get through it. Everyone's here to support them, and one way or the other, the Trojans have had a great season, 10-0 since '99, first time. So great season we've had, and we come out in the second half, and you have a full half to make up those 29 points.
Yeah, Trojans have had a great season this year, coming out winning Class 3A District 1, topping Frontenac in that close 13-6 game in Girard, and wins over Caney Valley and Parsons in the playoffs, and just trying to keep it rolling here tonight. But tough order coming up here in the second half as they trail the Holton Wildcats 29-0. So we'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back with second half action here from Holton, Kansas. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athletes.
If you're in the market to buy or sell a house, land, or commercial space, look no further than Lehman Realty. Locally owned and operated, Jason Lehman and his staff are ready to meet the needs of every client. When it comes to your listing, you can trust that Lehman Realty will take the time to get to know you and your property. Lehman Realty is a proud supporter of Girard Trojan Athletics. Learn more at www.lehmanrealty.net or call Jason at 620-724-8020.
McClellan Sanitation is a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans. McClellan Sanitation is also proud to have been serving Girard and the surrounding area for decades. McClellan Sanitation offers residential, commercial, and roll-off services. As a locally owned and operated company, owners Dave and Candy McClellan and their employees are dedicated to providing the highest quality customer service. To learn more, call McClellan Sanitation at 620-724-8486. McClellan Sanitation wishes the Girard Trojans the best of luck this season.
Whisper a phrase into a person's ear, then pass it on to a group of people. Notice how the message changes by the time that the last person hears it? In business, consider word of mouth in the same light. What people say may turn into something different than you would like it to be. It can't be controlled. That's why Norris Advertising provides proven ad solutions through radio, billboards, and digital sign sales, allowing your message to be controlled by the person that knows your business best. You, Norris Advertising, a proud sponsor of Trojan Athletics.
The Producers Co-op Farm Store is committed to making your life easier by supplying you with the things you need for your farm and home. As always, the Producers Co-op Farm Store has a great selection of farm and ranch supplies, including pet supplies, ranch and corral building supplies and equipment, automatic waterers and feed bunks, tack, dog food, pet and animal health supplies, workwear, boots, and much, much more. Come in and check out the great deals on lots of new merchandise as well. Proudly serving Girard and the surrounding area, and proud to support the Girard Trojans.
Roto-Rooter is proud to serve Girard and the surrounding area, offering sewer and drain cleaning, as well as septic and grease trap pumping 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. From toilet clogs to video inspections, sewer line repairs to complete replacements. To make an appointment, call 620-231-5630. Roto-Rooter is now owned by GHS alum Braden Peak and GMS teacher Heather Peak, and they are proud to support the Trojans. Roto-Rooter, 620-231-5630. See their ad in names and numbers.
Welcome back to Holton, Kansas. Getting set for the second half of action here from this Kansas Class 3A sectional playoff matchup between the Girard Trojans and the Holton Wildcats. At the break, Holton well out in front in this one, 29-0. Trojans just struggled offensively in the first half. Defense looked good. Offense sputtered, couldn't get anything going, but worst of all, turned the ball over 4 times in the first half. A fumble, interception, you name it. Trojans turned it over on downs. Just a real ugly first half for that Trojan offense, but a lot of that has to do with the tenacity of that Wildcat defense on the other side of the ball. Their offense, running that double tight wishbone, has been effective enough. They've turned it over on downs a couple of times. They've thrown an interception, but they've made enough plays and taken advantage of Trojan mistakes, and they lead it here 29-0 at the break. And Trojans desperately, they're going to get the kick here to start the third quarter. We've said it a few times tonight. This is a big possession for the Trojans to try and get things going back in their direction.
They just need to remember, first half's over with. You can't change it. It's time to come out and run your half, the second half. We saw, and it's a complete different team we're playing against, but we saw them score 21 points at Burlington in the second quarter alone. So the Trojans have the firepower and the skill position players to score the points. We just have to put a drive together and stick one in, get a little bit of confidence.
Right, and they have stopped Holton's offense. They have turned the ball over, and they have stopped Holton's turned the ball over on downs as well. So we're not out of this. And I know it's 29-0, and it's hard to believe that we're saying the Trojans really haven't played that bad of a game yet. But I don't believe they've really played that bad of a game at 29-0. I still believe we got a fighting chance here if we just pull it together.
Yeah, and and it speaks to the level of your competition when you know that you haven't played that bad of a game, but you look at the scoreboard,
Right.
down 29-0 at the break, and just a play here, a play there for the Trojans could make a huge difference. This game should be about probably, we were talking to BJ during the break, he's been over on the Trojan sideline, that this game should probably be about 21-7, but Trojans haven't made those plays that normally they would make, and instead they're still scoreless here yet to punch it in tonight, and they'll have a chance here to start out the third quarter.
Football fans, are you ready for
Down to about a minute left before kickoff here in the second half.
Trojans need to remember that ball is a live ball. We about lost one on the squib kick earlier.
And this has been the GN Bank Halftime Show, brought to you by GN Bank, where they've been providing customers with the highest quality financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years, personal, business, or agricultural needs. Turn to GN Bank, learn more at gn-bank.com. So we're set to get things going here in the second half. I believe the Trojans will be going into the wind here in the third quarter. Wait and see for sure, yep. It's Holton set to kick off with the wind at their back, and last time they did this, it sailed through the end zone for a touchback. As Matt Lears, the quarterback, place kicker, sexton of the church, chief of police, a little bit of everything here in Holton.
He is an athlete, no questions about it.
No doubt, an athlete. And you got to imagine you're going to see him somewhere at the collegiate level. Probably be a real fine D2 player looking at his size. Might find his way into a D1 roster, but certainly would be a good NCAA Division II player. Set to kick this one off here as we get underway in the third quarter. Kester will receive it at about the 6-yard line, going far side. Tries to round the corner, being pursued, shakes off one tackler, and down at about the 17-yard line. So where the Trojans will start this drive. It looked like Kester was going to be able to get something going, but good pursuit by that kick coverage unit for the Wildcats. The Trojans start off, well, they're going to mark him back at the 15-yard line, inside the 15-yard line. As Niggeman runs out to the huddle with the play. It's kind of a weird pitch to this field. Kind of a hump out there along the hash marks. At that time, Ethan Merrill trying to get something going up the middle, picks up about a yard before being driven 5 yards into the backfield. Officials finally blow it up. Set up a second down and a long 8 for the Trojans.
Short gain on the play, second down and 8.
Have it at about the 16-yard line.
Their linebackers flow to the ball very well. All three of the linebackers there to stop Merrill and deliver him back about 8 yards in the backfield.
Two receivers in this set. Handoff's going to go up the middle to Merrill, out to about the 20-yard line. He'll have a gain of 3, maybe 4 on the play. I'll set up a third down and about 5. Which for the Trojans, they've had a lot of 3rd and 10s tonight, so you'll take a 3rd and 5. There's a lot more options for you in your playbook to pick up those 5 yards. I think I might have an extra pair of socks in my bag, guys, but I'm wearing now every stitch of clothing I own. I'm like a homeless person. There's a snap fake pitch from Niggeman, rolling far side, looking downfield, has a man. It's Davenport, too high. Davenport unable to bring it down. gets up a little gingerly there after the play. He'll stay over on the Trojan sideline as they
got a flag down, Josh.
Oh, did not see that over there on the far side.
Holding against the Wildcats.
Just the second penalty against Holton tonight. One of them an unsportsmanlike penalty after a touchdown. This one, the first one in game action. And it'll give the Trojans first down at the 30-yard line. So Holton helps Girard out, gives them that first down, keeps this drive alive with 10:28 to play here, third quarter. Trojans looking for their first score of the night. Niggerman under center, Harrison motion, fake the pitch, handoff up the middle, not much there as that Wildcat defense shuts down that gap quickly. And Merrill looks like he'll have no gain on the play. It'll set up a second down and 10. And Holton, the team that had some closer games early in the season, but really kind of surged down the stretch, and we're seeing a team that's looks pretty gelled here tonight. So they've shut the Trojans out thus far. Double move away over the top, nobody home there. As Foley headed down to about the 40-yard line, pass landed at about the 30. No chance to make the play that time for Wyatt Foley.
Foley throwing a double coverage on that all night long. There's got to be an underneath receiver wide open.
3rd and 10 now for the Trojans, and lots of times tonight they found themselves in a 3rd and 10. 3 wide receivers in this set. Lone back in the backfield is Merrill. He'll go in motion. Niggerman looking to pass. Foley passed behind him, couldn't bring it in, and it'll bring up 4th and long. Trojans bring in the punting unit. They've turned the ball over on down several times tonight. Don't want to give the Wildcats a short field, and so Niggerman lined up to punt this one away.
He'll be punting into the wind.
Yeah, interesting to see how this one goes. Try and keep it a low angling punt would be ideal here for Niggerman. And he does. Low end over end is going to take a Trojan hop and roll at about the 40 and be touched dead at about the 31-yard line. And that's where Holton will take over for their first possession of the second half. You got to think if you're Holton offensively, you're not going to do a whole lot of things differently.
No, I agree.
They'll just lock in the four-wheel drive and run the clock.
They might run it left a little more or something.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
A different student body middle. You know, if you just frustrating to watch a defense try and stop this type of offense as they line up with a wing back this time. 2 backs in the backfield. Handoff goes to Booth, and he's going to be out near a first down at about the 48-yard line, and he'll set up a second down and short. 2nd and about 2. Because it's not flashy, and it seems like you ought to be able to stop it, but you just can't. And I mean,
the bounce to the outside, just our corner's trying to go underneath the block. He's got to take the block head on to make him bounce that back into the pursuit.
And the handoff goes to the fullback this time up the middle. That's Jace Boswell. And he should have enough for a first down by the looks of it from here.
Nice tackle in there by Bo Harris and
they're going to go ahead
Troike.
Put the chains on the move. First down now from the Wildcat 41-yard line. They go back to that double tight wishbone look.
Second man through.
Oh, Booth Well, yep, Booth nowhere to go that time. Kind of ran into the back of Troike and a couple other Trojan defenders. Lost his footing, fell down, and it'll be 2nd and long from the 40.
Nice job by Eric Williams making that bubble right there, and it's exactly what he had to do.
Trojan defense trying to get yet another stop here as they'll hand this one off, and that's Fletcher, Jaden Fletcher. He'll pick up about 4, maybe 5 yards on the carry. It'll set up a 3rd down and a 7 for the Wildcats.
Trojans starting to get some penetration on that line.
See if they can come up with a big stop here. They're going to run option near side. Troike late there. Lares has the 1st down and still on his feet, cutting inside across the 25-20, and finally brought down. Ball comes out, and it's going to roll out of bounds. It's been that kind of night for the Trojans. Force a fumble. Ball rolls out of bounds for an additional 5-yard gain, and it'll set the Wildcats up 1st down and goal at the Trojan 10-yard line.
Missed tackles. You got to make the tackle.
And you don't usually see Brecken Troike miss tackles, but he did right there. And Lair's able to turn that one into a really big gainer. And when they've needed a big play, that option around the end is where they've gone.
That's their go-to.
Here they go, the double tight again. Wishbone set, fullback with the carry. 1st man through. Boswell with a gain of about 2. Set up a 2nd down and goal from the 8.
Once again, Eric Williams in there for the tackle.
Very deliberate approach here by Holton as they can afford to take their time. Clock's their friend at this point. Handoff goes to Booth again, and he's brought down for no gain on the play at about the 8-yard line. And right now, if you're Holton, you're just concerned about keeping all your guys healthy.
Nice play there by number 58, Cluxton.
3rd down and goal now. As Trojans run Ethan Davidson off the field. Now they'll go with this offset eye look with the wing back. And Booth again with the carry, and he'll have it down inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. They'll set up a 4th and goal from there.
I'm sure that's a little cross-buck play, a little trap play. It's just a counter back the other way.
I think that was a crossbuck counter trap, right? Yeah.
Field goal unit.
Oh, what?
Practice.
Yeah. Just an academic exercise here as they decide to go for the field goal on 4th and goal from the 4. Lair's on to attempt the kick. He's got it up, and it looks good from here. Oh, they're going to call it no good. I must have been cross-eyed looking at that one. Trojan defense holds. They'll take over on the 20-yard line. Say they go to the 20 on the missed field goal, right?
Yep.
Yep. Okay.
Is that new?
I think
Yes,
it is fairly new. Then brand new. Yeah.
Yeah. 3-4 years.
3-4 years. That's a blink of an eye to guys like us. Trojans have it 1st and 10, their own 20. 6:08 to play, 3rd quarter. Trojans still looking for their first score of the ball game. They'll run option far side, pitches to Harris. He has some room out there across the 30, 35, 40, and out towards the 45-yard line before he's brought down from behind. We'll call it the 44. And a good-looking play that time by the Trojans. That's the best that option has looked all night.
Trojans in a hurry-up offense.
Yep. From here on out, you would think. Handoff goes to Kester up the middle. Nothing doing. Let's see if the Trojans keep hurrying up. No gain on the play. Maybe, well, they're going to give him about half a yard on the carry. 2nd and long now from the 44. Trojans slow it down here as they huddle up. Break the huddle at 2 wide. Lone back in the backfield is Kester. Put a man in motion. Now pitch it again. Harris around the corner towards midfield. Gets up the sideline. And he's going to be driven out at the Wildcat 48-yard line. And it sets up a 3rd down and about 3 for the Trojans. So Harris with a couple of good-looking runs there off the option. Sets up a 3rd down and manageable here for the Trojans.
Good block by that lead block. Davidson out in front. That's what springs that play.
2 wide in this set, Davenport and Foley. And Nigaman will keep it himself across the 40, 35, cut down at about the 35-yard line. It'll be a Trojan 1st down right there as Luke Nigaman, his first carry of the night, is good for a Girard 1st down. And it stops the clock with 5 minutes left. Now they run it again after the chains are set. Under 5 minutes to play, 3rd quarter. Trojans looking for their first score of the night. 1st down and 10 from the Wildcat 35. And Kester nowhere to go that time as he's brought down for a loss of about a half a yard on the play. And it'll set up a 2nd down and long for the Trojans. Just that read option there.
Yeah. Defensive end 88 for the
Charlie Gilland.
Wildcats is causing havoc at the end of that.
Yeah, just really stout along that defensive front tonight for Holton. The Trojans have had a hard time getting that running game going, and they really kind of key on that offensively as Kester hits the line again and spins off a tackle, but stopped after a gain of just 2, and it's going to set up a 3rd down and long from about the 34-yard line. Under 3:40 to play, 3rd quarter.
Good to see Davenport back in there after being shook up there right before the half.
Trojans haven't looked his way yet tonight. Wyatt Foley's had a few thrown his way, hasn't been able to haul one in tonight. Davidson trying to get around the end. There's 3 blue jerseys waiting for him right where he wants to cut upfield. And Holton sniffed that one out from the word go, and they'll set up a 4th down and 10 now from the 35.
There's only 11 on defense. I had a count real quick there.
Yeah, it looked like about 8 of them were right where that play wanted to go. And the Trojans are going to take a timeout to talk this one over. We'll take one as well. 2:48 to play, 3rd quarter. Trojans trail at 29-0. You're watching Girard football on Girard Sports Live.
Girard Medical Center now offers both outpatient pulmonary and cardiac rehabilitation services. Our approach combines physical therapy, respiratory therapy, behavioral health, and nutrition to help you become more fit and active.
With cardiac and pulmonary rehab, we want to focus on lifestyle changes. We provide people with education to help prevent further events.
Each treatment is unique to the individual patient because at Girard Medical Center, we care for our communities one patient at a time. Call us at 620-724-5126.
Come on, baby. .248 to play, 3rd quarter. Trojans called a timeout, talk over this 4th down and 10 they're looking at here, trailing Holton Wildcats 29-0 in what has been a really rough night up here in Northeast Kansas for these Trojans. And we knew it was going to be a tough game coming in. We knew it was going to be a real tough opponent. Did not expect these types of struggles here out of the Trojan offense tonight. Nigaman back to pass, being pressured, cuts up into the pocket, caught from behind and brought down. A sack on that play by number 21, Caden Jackson, the 5'11 senior running back linebacker.
And that was backside pursuit, got him up there. That's the backside linebacker, looped around and chased him down.
And Nigaman never really saw him. He was looking down the field for somewhere to throw the football. Made a couple guys miss in the backfield to keep that play alive, but just not enough time back there in the pocket tonight for Luke Nigaman, and that's kind of been the story all night long. He's taken a couple of big shots back there, just hasn't looked comfortable in the pocket because he hasn't had time to be comfortable in the pocket. And Holton takes over, first down and 10 at their own 37-yard line, 2:42 to play, third quarter. Back to pass is Lairns, incomplete. His receiver fell down, and he is slow to get up after that one. He took a shot. Took a shot when he delivered that pass. Is that Adam Shireman who got in there?
22?
No, 42. Was that
42? Bohr.
Bohr got
Josh
in there.
Bohr.
Gave him a lick. Got up slow, but he looks like he's going to be okay. That's good. Offset I formation now as they line Booth up at a wing back. Handoff goes up the middle, and that is Jaden Fletcher on the carry. He'll pick up about 5 yards and set up a third down and 5. Trojan defense in a position to get another stop here. You get the feeling you're about to see that option.
Yeah.
They stick with this offset I. And Fletcher again. Trojans there to get this one stopped, but they pick up about half of what they need. Move it up to about the 45-yard line. They need the 47 for a first down, so it sets up a 4th down and 2. Trojans have held a couple times in these situations tonight. This could be a big one right here. Defense has spent the entire evening out on the field, it seems like, for the Trojans, as here they come with this double tight I. Handoff goes. Oh, just brought down at the last minute. Troike saved a touchdown that time as Jaden Fletcher had a nice seam off the left side of that line, and Troike able to get his arm out there and trip him up, or else that one would have been 6. But it does give Holton another first down. Keeps this drive alive as the clock ticks under 1:20 to play, third quarter. There's under center again. He'll run option near side. There's the pitch to Booth, and the Trojans string him out of bounds after a gain of just a yard. And now coming back the other way. Same guy, same spot. Jaden Fletcher coming off of the left side of the line, and there's Troike talking something over with the official in the backfield. And there's handoff this time again. Trojan defense shuts that one down.
Cluxton there to make first contact.
Well, things not going the Trojans' way here tonight, but we want to let you know that we'll have basketball season coming right up for you here on Girard Sports Live. We'll begin our broadcasts on December 3rd. Trojan boys and girls hosting Parsons. We'll have that one from Ted R. Taylor Gymnasium in Girard, where I'm sure it's much warmer than it is right here. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter. Trojans trailing at 29-0. We'll step away for a quick break. We'll be back with fourth quarter action here from Holton. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Chronister's is Girard's hardware store. Stop by Chronister's Hardware and see why so many people are saying, I didn't know they had that. Of course, Chronister's has the hardware, tools, and supplies you need, whether in the shop, on the farm, or around the house. But did you know Chronister's Hardware is also your place for Pit Boss and Traeger grills? Plus, they have the supplies you need to whip up a tasty meal for the whole family. From pans to pellets, you'll find it all at Chronister's. And if they don't have it, they can get it. Shop local first. Chronister's Hardware, Girard's hardware store.
Girard National Bank is now GN Bank. Family owned and operated, GN Bank has been providing customers with the highest quality of financial services in a friendly and personal way for over 100 years. Whether you have personal, business, or agricultural needs, GN Bank is big enough to handle all of your banking needs, yet small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank. GN Bank, a proud supporter of the Girard Trojans.
Yeah, we're back out here in Holton for the fourth quarter of action. Penalty flag here on the first play. Trojans are backing up. Looks like it's going to be an offsides call against Girard, and it is.
It's a good call by the Holton Wildcats. Trojans knowing they have to stop them.
Yep. Go with the hard snap there. We've seen Girard do it a couple times this year. And now there's Booth, able to pick up a couple of yards. It'll set up a second down and 9 at the Trojan 33-yard line. Now Booth with it again. He has a crease. He's going to have a touchdown here across the 5, and there you go. And just good blocking over there on the off tackle on the right side of that line for Holton. Able to open up the crease for Booth, and he's one of those guys that if the first guy doesn't get him, there's a good chance he's going to take it to the house. He did right there. 35-0 Wildcats over the Trojans. 11:24 to play in the ball game as Lairs on to attempt the extra point. And that one is barely good. He sneaks it over the crossbar to give Holton the 36-0 lead. We'll step away for 30 seconds and we'll be back. You're watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live.
Mathis Drugstore Incorporated has a proud Girard history of more than 50 years. Glenn and Karen Mathis took over the store in 1983 from Glenn's father and have been providing outstanding customer care and service since. At Mathis, they know their customers by name and value their support. Primary goal is to provide fast, accurate, friendly service. Mathis is a full-service pharmacy that accepts most insurance plans and supports competitive cash pricing. Mathis Drugstore, a proud supporter of Girard High School student-athlete.
Well, it's been a game to forget tonight for the Trojans. They trail it here 36-0, and Holton's just been a lot to handle on both sides of the ball tonight for the Trojans, and you start to see that wishbone offense taking its toll. Those runs that would be 5-6 yards first half turn into big chunks of yards in the second half, and that's what we've seen happen here tonight is Garrison Booth able to score on a 30-yard touchdown run there to give Holton a 36-0 lead. Davidson returns it out to about the 28 for the Trojans. That's where they'll take over on this drive. And just for pride's sake, you know this Girard offense would like to show some of the magic that they've had in the previous games this year. And they've had their chances. There have been opportunities to make those plays and just haven't been able to complete them tonight. Have the Trojans. And you combine that with a really stout run defense that they've run into here tonight from Holton, and can't get the running game to go like you want it to. The passing game that just they haven't made the plays. And Ethan Davidson there stacked up after a gain of 2. Or I'm sorry, Ethan Merrill stacked up after a gain of 2. So we tick under 11 minutes to play in the ball game. Again, we'll be back in action here on Girard Sports Live for basketball season on December 3rd. Trojans host Parsons. We'll have both boys and girls action. Nickerman back to pass. Here's a little screen over the middle to Ethan Merrill. Not much blocking in front of him as he's able to get it out to the 35-yard line. A lot of blue jerseys around Merrill when he caught that screen pass. So, yeah, December 3rd, Girard will host Parsons. We'll have that one for you. Friday, December 10th, we'll host Galena. And, again, boys and girls action against Galena on December 10th. And then we'll be back December 17th at Fort Scott. Another doubleheader there. And that will round out the broadcast schedule for December. We'll go off to Christmas break. We'll come back with more basketball action in January. So, the 3rd, the 10th, and the 17th, I believe. Another high incomplete pass intended for Merrill. He wasn't able to get a hand on it. And it sets up a 4th down and about 3 for the Trojans. As there they are trying to go to that underneath receiver. Just unable to connect that time to Merrill. Got him the first time, not the second time. And it looks like the Trojans are going to punt this one away here. 4th and 3 at their own 35. Not wanting to give the Wildcats a short field. And Merrill catches it on the run. He'll kick it down the near sideline. It'll sail out of bounds, and they're going to mark it out at about the, well, he walked back. Now he's walking forward. The 33-yard line, 34-yard line.
Nickerman knew when he let that one off the foot that it wasn't where he wanted it.
He's kind of a wily snap that he fielded there on the run. It was almost a rugby-style kick like we've seen in the NFL and in college. But the wind, out of the north just pushed that one out of bounds. Only a punt of about 25 yards that time for Luke Nickerman. Matt Lairs leads him back out onto the field. He's had a heck of a game tonight for Holton. Couple of rushing touchdowns. He's completed a couple passes. He's thrown one pick. Back to pass again. Throws over the top, has a man. It's picked off. And Bram Bourne comes away with the pick for the Trojans. And the offense heads back out onto the field. Hey, if you're Holton, you'd think you'd want to run the ball or run the clock. They come out and try and throw over the top. Trojans make them pay, take the ball back here. They'll have it at the 28-yard line. And
Bram Sr., we could maybe talk about a little bit of our seniors.
Yeah.
He's led the team in interceptions this year. He's had a great season playing free safety.
First year playing.
Yep. And Brecken Troike, also a senior, I believe.
Yeah.
He's been quite a performer defensively this year for the Trojans, and then late in the season you saw him work him in on the offensive end, has a couple of touchdown receptions. Had a crazy kickoff return for a touchdown earlier in the year. Lots of good memories for all of these kids for the Trojans, and unfortunately things not going their way tonight, but only one team in this entire Class 3A is going to come out of here as the state champion this year. And unfortunately, Trojans probably going to have their season end here tonight, barring some miracle of football that I've never witnessed.
Josh Bohr, another senior, linebacker, first-year starter here at linebacker, doing a great job for us this year. Another one of those kids put in the time.
Ethan Merrill has had a great year carrying the football.
There's a handoff up the middle, not much going that time for Kester. He's brought down at about the 38-yard line.
Be just short.
That's just pretty short spot. They're going to go ahead and move the chains, no measurement. And it'll give the Trojans a first down at about the 38-yard line.
And I'd have to get the roster to know exactly which kids on the line are seniors this year. Gage Davenport right there, he's senior.
They'll fake the pitch. A pitch back to Bo Harris, and again, waiting for him are three Wildcat defenders. Good play that time by Caden Jackson. And it seems like almost every time they've run that play, the pitch could have gone to somebody in blue. As they make that play about 4 yards deep in the Trojan backfield. Sets up a second down and long at the 33-yard line. They need to reach the 48 to get the first down.
Another senior, Michael Cluxton.
Yep.
Defensive specialist.
He's had a good year. Low pitch. Davidson fields it. Gets around the corner a little bit. Shakes through some tackles from Lares and Garrison Booth. Those guys seem to have a nose for the football on defense as well. They're really good offensive players, but they've also played a heck of a game tonight defensively.
Wyatt Foley, senior wide receiver, probably leading the Trojans in receiving yards.
Yep, Foley's had a rough night tonight, but a great season this year for the Trojans. And there's a screen pass to Merrill. He's out near a first down. He's going to have it out across midfield to the 48-yard line. And Trojans still in business offensively as they have a first down in Wildcat territory. They're going to mark him down at the 49. They keep moving the ball back. Eventually it'll be in Colorado.
Brock Scales, senior, broke his finger, missed the last 3 or 4 games. He had a good year playing strong safety, outside linebacker type position early in the year.
You're saying now he has to do all of his math in increments of 9?
Right.
Huh, that's tough. Nice pass from Nigaman. Oh, just out of the reach of Ethan Davidson.
Be a late hit on Nigaman.
And Luke appears to be okay. Sometimes as a defensive lineman, it's hard to pull up. You know, you see the quarterback in your sights, and he gets rid of the ball, but you still got to hit him anyway, you know.
Briar Glosser, also a senior this year.
That'll back the Wildcats up. Trojans will get an automatic first down.
State qualifier wrestler Briar is getting ready to tune it up again for his senior year in wrestling.
Yeah, those wrestlers make great tacklers.
Number 10, Lathamer, comes in and out on offense and defense. Another one of those 4-year athletes that are out there all the time, giving all they can.
Trojans have it 1st and 10 from the Wildcat 34. Nigaman back to pass again. Throwing this one out there, it's picked off. And that one coming back the other way. It's the second interception of the game for Cale Hine. Oh, sorry, Jake Zeller. And he had one in the first quarter and almost ran it back for a touchdown. Has that one back to about the 45-yard line, and that's where the Wildcats will take over. And for the Trojans, you're in a situation where you're trying to pick up chunks of yards as fast as you can, and Nigaman had to get rid of that one in a hurry and just put a little too much on it.
Jacob Combs, also another defensive specialist out there right now as he walks towards you. Senior.
Yeah, I know this. Hate to end the season on a game like tonight, but man, they've had a really good season.
Great
it's
been
a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's been the most fun calling Trojan football that I can remember. Oh, no, here they go fullback to the far side and able to fight through a couple of tackles and finally driven out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. That was Jakes Boswell. And there you see it. It's just this like three-headed monster in the backfield. Any one of these guys can hurt you for Holton. And they're going to be a tall order. Don't know the Frontenac score right now, but
29-20 into the third.
Frontenac?
Frontenac.
So that one's still in doubt, but if the Raiders win that one, I guarantee they're going to have their hands full with this Holton squad next week down there in Frontenac. And here's Lairs running the option near side, gets the pitch outside around the corner to the 20 and driven out of bounds is Jace Boswell. Boswell's going to be down to about the 19. Well, Holton's offense rolling again here with 5:19 to play in the game.
Ball on the Girard 19-yard line, first and
10. Now first man through, penalty marker down. It's Boswell again. He's driven back. See what the call is here. Came from behind the Trojan defense in the neighborhood of a hold or a chop block. We'll see. And it is holding against Holton. That'll back him up. It's about the 28. Set up a first down and long from there.
Been a pretty fairly clean game. Not
Yeah.
a lot of penalties.
Yeah.
Little chippy at times, but you expect
You
that.
expect that in the playoffs.
When both teams are 10-0.
Yeah.
Once again, the Trojans have not had a record of 10-0 since '99.
Yeah.
So.
Oh,
that's offensive.
Hard count got him to jump off. Let's see if there was some movement. Nope, they're going to call that against
They're going
Trojans.
to call it on defense. They've been quick off the ball all night long. A couple times.
As an offensive lineman, you can't give a head nod.
Maybe you can tonight.
Evidently.
Yep.
Not that that's going to change a 36-0
No.
score. But
No, we're going to have a whole lot of effect on it. And if you want to see a team effectively run the wishbone, this is a great example of it. And it's an offense that used to be incredibly common and now is almost
Unheard of.
almost a gimmicky offense, you know, but not because it's not effective. I mean, if you can run the wishbone really well, you're going to give people fits. Ask Smith Center, you know.
Larry Garman.
Yeah, no
Made a
doubt.
living at it.
Yeah, Pittsburgh High for years and years.
The legend.
Still coaching Pitt State. You think Coach Garman knows how many times we mention him? And right, I think he gets a mention every night we are on here.
Shrine Bowl coach.
Yeah, yeah. He'd probably catch us at the Shrine Bowl. Dale, don't you be talking about me. It's all good stuff, Coach. All good stuff. Offset I formation this time behind Layers. Booth lined up as the wing back. Now he's going to run option far side. Here's the pitch. And ankle tackled and finally driven out of bounds at about the 24-yard line. And that is Jaden Fletcher.
Ooh. Field goal team coming on.
And the wind has died down a bit. It's not as gale force as it was earlier, so they're going to attempt the field goal. Laris is back in to kick this one. Come around town tomorrow, you might see him driving the street sweeper. Good snap. Kick is up. It's no good. Off wide right.
It's a good idea.
Trojans got some penetration in there. And the Trojans will take over at their own 20-yard line with 2.5 minutes to play in the game. Well, this game didn't go the way the Trojans wanted, but overall a very positive season. A lot of things that this junior-heavy squad can take into next year. You feel for these seniors that their season's going to end here tonight, but a lot of positive things going on in this football program for the Trojans. Coach Phil Pott and his staff doing a heck of a job with these guys this year, and you got to think that you're going to keep that momentum rolling into next year. There's a lot of going to be a senior-heavy squad next year.
It will be a senior-heavy squad next year.
Straight to the top next year, guys.
I would think we could get more preseason
love
than we did this year. We
didn't get any mid-season love this year, much less preseason love.
We were 8-0 and probably still talked down upon.
Well, Trojans would have liked to have a better performance than they did here tonight, but it doesn't change the fact that this has been a very successful season with lots of positive moments for these guys, and certainly one that the entire community is going to remember for a long time. Everybody still remembers the 99 team that went undefeated and had their season come to an end here at Holton. And
the 93 team,
92.
The 92 team. Yeah.
92. Graduated in 93.
The class
92.
of 93. I know a few of those guys.
I was on that team.
And Merrill trying to fight through a tackle. He'll have about 2 yards on the carry. It'll set up a 4th down and long. And a punting situation here for the Trojans, unless they decide to go for it here. I think they're going to punt this away, and they are, as they run that punting unit onto the field. As we tick under a minute to play here, and once Trojans punt this one away, Holton probably can kneel on it a couple times and get on with the trophy presentation. And Girard can head for someplace with heat. Us too, guys. Here's the snap. Nigaman with the punt. Hits at the 50, takes a Trojan roll inside the 40. And Harris is going to touch it down at about the 36-yard line. And Holton will take over with under 22 seconds to play. And they don't even really need to run a play. They could just kneel on it, and that'll do it.
Dale?
It's been fun.
This is
your
this is it.
This is your curtain call.
Yeah, my curtain
your
call.
Your swan song.
It's been a privilege to broadcast for the last 4 years for Girard Sports Live, and before that with 99.1. But it's been a great run. But
all things come to an end.
They do.
Moving on to greener pastures.
Literally.
Don't let me catch you calling Chanute or anything, you know.
I
don't want to hear it. And that'll do it. Holton Wildcats shut out the Girard Trojans 36-0. They'll advance to the sub-state championships next week, and determining that outcome of the Frontenac game going on just down the road here. We'll find out where Holton will be going next week, or if they'll be hosting.
Frontenac up 42-20.
Looks like Holton will be going to Frontenac. I might drive over and watch that one, as the Raiders are going to have their hands full against this squad. I don't know if any Frontenac fans are watching this game here tonight, but might want to brush up on that defense against the Wishbone, because they run it very effectively. They got a lot of athletes who can hurt you, and played well here tonight at home in some conditions that really lend themselves to a good rushing attack. Trojans couldn't get things going offensively, and they're shut out here tonight on the road in Holton. We'll step away for a quick break, and we'll be back with the Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance post-game show. You're watching Trojan Football on Girard Sports Live. Come on,
Here at Farmers Insurance, we want all of our students, faculty, and staff to know that we're cheering you on. This year, we would like to spotlight a student or staff member of Girard Schools as part of our weekly Girard Sports Live broadcast. If you would like to nominate any student or staff member as part of our weekly spotlight, contact our office.
We are farmers. Bum, 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 bum.
Community National Bank and Trust has been serving the area for more than 30 years with a strong commitment to the highest quality leadership and banking services. Stop in soon and pick up your very own Girard Trojan Instant Issue Mascot Debit Card. While you're there, be sure to ask about Secure Lock, mobile banking, Guardian Secure Checking, and People Pay. Learn more at mybankcnb.com. Community National Bank and Trust is a proud supporter of Girard Schools.
Member FDIC.
Go Trojans!
Farm Bureau is proud to support Girard High School student athletes. At Farm Bureau Financial Services, their #1 goal is to make insurance simple. Agents Judge Sasho, Lori Johnson, and Lisa Sasho take pride in educating their clients and members. There's a lot of information out there, and at Farm Bureau, they can explain it in a way that relates to you, so you can apply it to your life, family, farm, and future. To learn more, contact Judd, Lori, and Lisa at 620-724-4213. Go Trojans!
Hydrix, your dependable independent. Depend on us for service, for selection, for price. Get huge Samsung savings. Leave notes, sync calendars, and display your photos on the new Samsung Family Hub refrigerator. Plus, get free same-day delivery. Why shop for appliances where the motto is do it yourself when you can depend on the know-how of people who live appliances every day?
The only thing better than our price is our service. Hydrix, Fort Scott, and Girard.
Welcome back out here to Holton Field, Holton, Kansas. Girard Trojans fall tonight 36-0 to the Holton Wildcats. Just a tough night for the Trojans, but shouldn't negate what was a really great season for Girard. 10-0 coming into this ball game. Like we mentioned last time, they were 10-0. 1999 heading into this same
they were 11
spot.
At one point, we were 11-0.
11-0, and as I bring in BJ Harris, a member of that 1999 Trojan squad, and BJ, several times this season, you lamented the fact that you'd called Girard Sports for years and years, and then
We haven't had a ton of 10-win games. I was just telling you guys.
The team that wins
I was
10
just,
games.
Yeah, I was just telling Murph off the air. I mean, you guys had an awesome year, and it's awesome to cover these programs like this. You just don't get them very often. You don't get teams that win 10 games, and so should enjoy it. It's always tough when you lose a game, anytime, and you lose the last game. Everybody does except for one team, but when you have a good year, you'll reflect back on it someday, and you'll recognize that it was a lot of fun for those 10 games, and that one didn't feel so good. And when you get, I'm going to say 20 years, maybe 22, 20. I'm not sure if I still feel real comfortable being here in this place, but it is what it is, and you have those nice runs. And just tonight, just a better team won the game.
All right. Well, this post-game show is brought to you by Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance. Leah has over 10 years of industry experience in both Kansas and Missouri. Let Leah and her staff find the right coverage for your your personal or business needs. To learn more, call 620-670-4590. Proudly serving our community and cheering on the Trojans. And BJ, a heck of a season here for the Trojans, but now your staff here at Girard Sports Live, we kind of shift gears as we get ready for basketball season. And, when the football team makes a deep run into the playoffs like they did this year, kind of cuts into your practice time for basketball, and now this is all Coach Westcott's problem. But the Trojan boys and girls will be in action on December 3rd. We'll have that game for you here on Girard Sports Live as they host Parsons, and we'll get things going with basketball. We'll have tournament games coming up after Christmas break, so things really kind of accelerate for us going into basketball season.
Yeah, excited to be able to do basketball. Excited to do all this stuff. We have tremendous support from Girard sponsors. If it wasn't for those businesses and the athletic department and the school district that allow us to broadcast these games, I say it every time I get a chance to, especially if there's an audience, that Girard's a special place. It's a different place. I've been around the state, and I've been into this business for a long time. You just don't see that level of support in every town in the state of Kansas or in the country. So it's pretty awesome to be a part of, and we're proud of it for Girard Sports Live. Ready to go into basketball season. Excited to do our first wrestling match inside that gym as well. We'll be broadcasting the one duel that they'll host there, and do some of that winter sports stuff, then spring and all the rest of it. So still plenty of broadcast on the schedule, and still very happy for all of our sponsors. Just a little bit short. And thanks to Dale. I'll take the point of pride here and say thank you. He says he's retiring. We'll see.
Whatever.
When I call him in July next year and tell him
he tries to get out, we'll pull
ready.
him back
exactly.
in.
That's the thing about broadcasting. It's a vortex. Once you get caught in,
You're
but
never
trying to get out for
retired.
20 years, and I just keep getting deeper and deeper. So,
Or we'll get in trouble and call you to help us.
And I want to give some props to BJ for having the vision to put this together years ago, and asking me to come on with him. He kind of stole me away from a radio station, but it was a great time. BJ and I broadcast for 2 years, and some softball out there, and then state championship basketball. But all the props to BJ, and thank you, BJ, for allowing me along with this journey. And it's been great, but it's time to turn the page in my life, and I'm going to go raise some cows and build a house on a farm.
We'll see.
All right. Well, hey, maybe we could take all this equipment and do a reality show.
There we go. Now we've got a plan.
You want to go sit in the deer stand with me, you can come on out.
No thanks.
Yeah.
I think we want to get out of this deer stand.
No doubt. All right, well, it's a cold night here in Holton. This one hurts tonight for the Trojans, but I think looking back, they'll be really happy with the success that they've had this season. I'm sure that all the excitement and the joy they brought to the community this football season, people are going to remember this for quite some time. And next year, a lot of these kids, this was a junior-heavy squad. They'll have a lot of seniors next year, and so a lot to look forward to from Coach Philpott, this coaching staff, and this team. Didn't go their way tonight, and Holton, by the looks of it, will be traveling down to Frontenac next week. So, if you want to see this squad in person, you can head over to Frontenac next Friday night and watch them take on the Raiders, who, in my estimation, are going to have their hands full.
It's a pretty good team.
With this squad here in Holton. This is a good team.
Yep.
So, for Dale Shireman, Jess Murphy, BJ Harris, I'm Josh Lettner saying thank you for joining us tonight. From here in Holton, Kansas, Girard Trojans fall to the Holton Wildcats 36-0. You've been watching Trojan football on Girard Sports Live. Thanks for joining us.
You've been watching Trojan Athletics on Girard Sports Live. Girard Sports Live is presented by Crocan, your community technology partner. Learn more at ckt.net. Also by Ag Choice of Epler, American Family Insurance, Jenny Collins Agency, Bradshaw Collision Repair, Call Service, Community National Bank and Trust, Derailed Commodity, Diskins Auto and Towing, DS Construction, Evans Motors, Farm Bureau Financial Services, Farmers Bank, Girard Medical Center, Hydrex Appliance, The Jagged Edge, GN Bank, Larrett Ceramics, Leah Smith Agency Farmers Insurance, Lehman Realty, Mathis Drug, McClellan Sanitation, Norris Advertising, Producers Cooperative Association, and Roto-Rooter. Thanks for watching, and don't miss us next time right here on Girard Sports Live.
It wasn't